Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar, How to Get Your Housing in France. Let's wait a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes to allow to everybody to attempt to the webinar and to reach our YouTube channel. Let's switch on AFK and let's start this on 2 or 3 minutes. Well, let's go. Welcome everybody, and let's start this webinar, how to get your housing in France. So, first of all, let's introduce Livinfrance. What is Livinfrance? This is a free platform, especially for international students. So, this is 100% digital solutions where all your procedures can be carried. So, the housing certificate, insurances, um, like civil liability, health insurance, travel insurance, French healthcare also, and it is a all-in-one platform, a free platform, which is absolutely great for international students and foreign students who are about to come to France. Um, so, with Live in France, you are first a personal agent dedicated to you. Once you are registered on our website. So if you need any help, if you have any question, do not hesitate to contact your personal agent and we will answer you. We will let you know how we can help you. Then we also provide two two websites more than our main website, which is first the help center, where we have gathered all the questions that the students can ask, and which is a platform where you can find a lot of useful information with all the procedures and with all the question that you can ask. So I really invite you to check our help center. Then there is also the student blog, where you can find some news and some new articles which are published by some students or from our team, and you also can find a lot of new houses which are published on this platform also. So, first we will see how it works to book a place, an accommodation in France without our service. So, to book a place in France, first you absolutely need a guarantor. What is a guarantor? A guarantor is a person uh, who has to work in France and who will pay instead of you if you damage your room or if you have unpaid. For example, if you don't pay your rent for 1 month or more, the landlord will ask this person to pay instead of you. Then, if you don't have any guarantor, you cannot rent a place in France. This is mandatory. All landlords are asking for a guarantor. So, secondly, the housing search, you can face some issues with your housing search in France. Of course, the first one, the scams. Well, the French market is as dangerous as the others. I mean, there are scams, and you can get scammed. In that way, you have to be really aware of this, and you have to be really careful with this. If you see some opportunities which can be too good to be true, you really have to pay attention. If the landlord asks you to pay by, for example, uh, bank transfer to another country, if the landlords ask you to pay before visiting the place, that kind of thing, you really have to pay attention to this. Then you also have to be physically here to visit the property, because generally landlords ask you to come to visit and to meet them. And that's why it can be complicated, because you are a foreigner student, and for most of you, you must get your accommodation before to arrive in France. So it is impossible for you to physically be there and to visit the accommodation. The eligibility for the APL. So what is APL? APL is the financial aid provided by the CAF, and this financial aid, to be eligible to this aid, you have to get an accommodation which is eligible for APL. It is complicated to explain how it is eligible and how it is not. So, if you have any doubt in that case, we invite you to contact your personal agent on Livinfrance. Then, also, there are additional charges. So, what are the charges? Basically, internet, water, electricity, heat, gas, that kind of things, which are the most common charges that you can have to pay more in addition of your rent. So, for example, you find an apartment with 500 euros per month of rent. You have to consider that if you have to pay all the charges in addition, you will pay around between 50 and 80 euros per month more for all the charges that you have to get to live. Working with Live in France, it is a way more easier. Firstly, you don't need any guarantor in France. We act as your guarantor, so you don't have to get it. Then all our rents are all inclusive. It means that the monthly rent, as you can see on the website on the left of the screen, is the final rent that you will pay. All charges will include internet, gas, electricity, heat, water. All of these are included in the rents. So, thirdly, personalized support. As I told you in the beginning of the presentation, you have a dedicated agent who is here for you, here to answer to your question. So do not hesitate to reach us and to ask a question. All our housing, all our places are eligible for APL. So all the rooms that you will see, all the places that you will see on our website are eligible for the financial aid. The booking is it's possible to do it completely online, 100% online procedure, so you can do it from your sofa, from your own country without any problem. And finally, of course, the secure payment. You will pay everything online, and everything is absolutely secured. We are 100% sure of our platform. So do not hesitate to go to our website. As you can see here on the screen, the link, and also to apply for the room, to apply for to book an accommodation. We've made it really easy because we ask you only two documents. It means that you have to upload your passport or ID card and your school certificate, and that's all. That is all the documents that we are asking you. Instead of in France, for example, you have to give, so of course, your passport. Then you have to give, if you have a guarantor, you have to give, yeah, the ID of your guarantor plus the three last pay slips of your guarantor. You have to give your insurances. You have to provide your pay slips if you get some, if you earn a wage. So you have to give and to provide a lot of papers, which are really complicated to get and which are really annoying to get. So with Livinfrance, only two papers and that's all. Of course, if you are there, we are giving you a little advice, a counsel, which is the Living 10, which gives you 10% off on the booking fees. So do not hesitate to use it. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to reach us on hello@living-france.com, which is our email address where all we are working. And where with this address we will answer you, and then we will answer your question, help you, support you until your arrival in France. So I hope everything was clear. Now you can ask your question in the chat, in the live chat, and I will answer if needed. I give you maybe 1 or 2 minutes to ask your question in the live chat, and then if there is no question, of course, we will end the webinar. Well, I guess everything was okay. There are no questions. So, uh, I invite you to reach us if needed on the email address just on the screen. And